What's up, beer lovers? Today we're back.
It's Jake McKinnon.
You know what? I just don't know how else to introduce this beer because this is kind of a weird one. It's a foeder aged lager, which is already weird, and then they added a bourbon barrel aged stout. I really don't know what to expect from this, and if you're as curious as we are, I mean, stay tuned because I genuinely don't know what this beer is going to taste like.
What's up, beer lovers? Welcome to another episode. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Jacob. And today we have a beer from Modern Times. This one is actually a gift from our dear friend Heather. Gifted us a beer that is called Demon Hand. I almost called it Demon Head. I think that's the band from... So this is Demon Hand, which is a 5% beer. Sounds innocent enough, except that it's, once again, a blend of foeder-aged dark lager and a barrel-aged stout. And I genuinely don't know what that means, like, together. I mean, 5%, that sounds like there's only a little bit of barrel-aged stout, and it's mostly the foeder-aged lager. But once again, how many times have you heard or had, on this show or in real life, a foeder-aged lager? Probably not a lot. So there's just a lot of questions I've had about this beer.
Not only that, but like the barrel-aged stout idea, even though it's 5%, that doesn't mean that you're not going to get like
a lot of flavor from it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Mm-hmm. Questions. I have questions. You know?
We both have questions. Plus, yeah. Demon Hand. Who thought of that name?
Which is cool. So this was actually canned on 3/15/21. Also, on the bottom, thank you, Modern Times, says Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
You know, cheers for that. But, I mean, let's crack it open. Ooh, okay, pretty dark head. So there's that. Pretty dark.
Oh, jeez, look at you. Is this your first time pouring a beer?
Hey, it was a little, whoa. What the f***?
You cheated.
I did. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
This is normally not a beer that I would... I mean, it's not a normal style, right? Let's get that out of the way. So this is not normally something that I'm gonna seek out, but it's such an interesting and strange one that I do always have to give breweries credit for trying something like this. You know, usually it's the brewery who tries some wacky stuff like this, so I'm pretty cool to see Modern Times doing it. My head disappeared pretty quickly. Yours is sticking around a little bit.
No,
longer.
I think mine's on its way out, because when you poured it, I mean, it was like maybe 30 seconds ago. It was a finger full of head. Now it's getting kind of low, but I mean, regardless of that, it's a small can, and it wasn't a hard pour,
True.
and all those kind of things. Plus, barrel character probably can dissipate some of that. But yeah, it's carbonated for sure. Look at those bubbies.
I also have to say, even though it is dark, if we get it at the right angle, we can tell it's not really...
It's not black.
Yeah,
it's
more
not
like
black.
A dark
it's like
brown.
Dark brown, yeah.
Yeah, so that...
It looks like the first red ale I ever tried to brew.
That's really dark. Jesus.
Yeah, refer back to that homebrew episode.
Wow.
The beer tasted great, but it definitely looked more like a stout than a red ale.
Well, once again, thank you, Heather.
Yeah,
because I don't know if I would have bought this on my own, so this is kind of fun to try, you know?
And I mean, the hype is real. Like, one of the best parts about the craft beer community is you can meet people that know what good beer is, and they can recommend it.
This is true, yeah.
And some of them love you enough that they'll actually just give you the beer. So, here we are. All right. Ooh.
You know, it does smell mostly like a dark lager. I don't even know if I pick up, like, foeder or bourbon barrel.
I definitely get, like, oaky. And definitely, like, some roasted malts that aren't quite like a dark lager roasted malts. It's more like on the stout side.
But not a lot.
But no, I mean, you wouldn't smell this and automatically go, oh yeah, this is a barrel aged stout. Like,
no.
Absolutely not. It definitely like teeters on that line between both, like, pretty nicely on the aroma. All right, let's just dig in.
Sure.
Cheers. Oh, wow.
You know, mostly tastes like a dark lager. There's like something slightly that almost reminds me of like a Scotch barrel-aged beer.
It's the smokiness.
Probably.
It's got a little smoky
yeah.
oakiness, and that's what I'm picking up too. It definitely is more dark lager than stout, but you're getting the smoky, oaky, roasty.
But not like a Rausch beer. Don't.
Yeah, no, not so smoky that it's a Rausch beer.
No, don't.
Steer clear, my homies.
Yeah, let's be clear about that. Just something that almost tastes like it was lightly Scotch barrel aged.
This would be a killer beer with barbecue, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Killer beer with barbecue. Mm-hmm. Wow.
And I just for my lunch was like a pulled pork sandwich. This would have been.
Yep.
So good with
100%.
Yeah. Just some like roasted like jalapenos cut up, you know, where they're like almost sweet. Jalapenos, where they're like almost a little sweet, you know, or like some caramelized onions with it. This would, yeah.
It's good. It's good, guys.
It's pretty good, yeah.
It does a great job of kind of like picking up on all the flavors of everything that they said. I mean, I don't get a ton of foeder. I don't get foeder barrels. There's no unique oak character that's coming out of it. It's oaky, but it could have been barrel oak very easily.
Sure.
I don't get any like bourbon flavor.
Yeah,
I get oak, I get smoke, I get dark malts, and then I get the light crispy lager vibes.
Yeah. Honestly, this is something that I think would be really great during like an Oktoberfest or something kind of like with a lot of like German style beers.
Mm-hmm.
You could easily like just have this included, and I think I'd be very happy trying it.
It almost tastes German.
Yeah,
like, even the malts almost taste German.
I'm not mad at this beer.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like this mind-blowing, like, go out and get it now kind of beer. But what I will say is, like, if you want something fun and different, I feel like this is what you're looking for. And I'm telling you guys, if I wanted, like, a really solid food pairing beer and I'm not just like, oh, I'm having fish, I want this kind of beer. Or something like that. If I'm like, I'm having barbecue, I want this.
Pulled pork sandwich.
Yeah. And again, guys, this is not a Rausch beer. It is not overly smoky. The smoke is like a 2.
Yeah.
But it's enough to where it kind of kicks up that oak flavor. It gives you like the smoked wood chip kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And then you're getting like the nice dark malts. You're getting the light crispness, the nice clean finish. It's just...
There's part of me that I'm always reminded on the back of a Modern Times
this beer is vegan.
This beer is vegan, so I feel like I'm obliged to say that maybe instead of a pulled pork sandwich, maybe like a barbecue jackfruit sandwich might be more appropriate for this beer.
If you don't live near a Modern Times, Modern Times is known for making some very amazing vegan-friendly dishes, and we actually just had a Modern Times open near us. It's called Leisure Town.
This is like something perfect for like Oktoberfest season or just anytime like a brewery or whatever is doing some sort of like German themed thing.
Outdoor, daytime, foods, brats, all that kind of stuff.
This would be like a really good almost I guess picnic beer, which I wasn't expecting from the description. I kind of had a feeling it was going to taste more like the dark lager, but I don't know. I wasn't expecting to be so like kind of... It's German tasting, you know? I don't know.
Honestly, I'm really curious about the malts that they used in this, because I don't know if I can taste German malts yet, but this does taste German. It really does. I don't know how to explain it, but it does. It's got to be the malts or something. It's got to be the malts.
But that being said, this is a fun beer. It's not my favorite from modern times, but that's just also I don't gravitate towards dark lagers.
Yeah.
And they're almost never something I go to order.
And modern times is known for so much more than
right,
dark lagers.
for sure, absolutely. That being said, once again, this is one of those beers where I wouldn't necessarily think to order myself. Having been gifted this and trying it, I'm glad that I tried it because this is tasty. This is good. And the only regret that I have for this beer is that I'm not having it with like some sort of barbecue. That's really it.
And that it's not 16 ounces, it's 12 ounces because to me, I definitely am kind of craving more and I'm like,
To each their own. But
yeah.
Regardless, this is a recommend. Honestly, I would just say just have it with barbecue. That's my only advice to you.
Yeah, if you guys are within range of a Modern Times and they have this beer available, I would say it's worth a pickup. If you like that kind of flavor, we obviously like it. And if you're planning a barbecue, definitely pick it up.
It'll be fun
even
for that,
if you're
for
not
sure.
into it, other people that enjoy beer that are gonna be enjoying your barbecue, they would enjoy this beer. It kind of makes me curious. Like, I feel like this might be a gateway to Rausch beers, though. Like, it's
for some
not
people, maybe.
It's not smoky enough to be a Rausch beer, but I feel like it's like. It's like, hey, you can have a smoky, light beer, and it's not so threatening. Like, that's kind of what this feels like. Either way, guys, that's our review of Demon Hand for Modern Times. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up. Share with your friends. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon anytime you want to know when a new episode comes out. I'm telling you guys, it means a lot. It helps us in the rankings. And it encourages us to make more episodes like this one. And it also fuels our beer habit. So, please. Anyways, until next time, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you again on
Let's Have Some Beer.
Cheers. Boop. After a long wait, we are back in the brewery scene. And we're excited because today we are at Gamecraft Brewing. This has been a brewery we've wanted to go to for a very long time. So strap in and join us.